7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
All power to the people. It's the Liten Podcast, the black podcast focusing on social political issues and how they affect our community. With your hosts, Brea Ward, Cedric Owens, Matt Smiley, and Anthony Rogers. Bruh, listen. What's going on, Bruh Nation? Back again, lucky number 7. We at it again. We're going to start off things today introducing our guest host. Brea is busy getting her criminal justice degree, graduating, so we shout out to Brea. Congratulations, we proud of you. But filling in her role, we have artist and entrepreneur extraordinaire, Cocajane, a.k.a. Erica Bolter. Go ahead and give them a little bit of information about yourself.
Make it sound good now. But entrepreneur
extraordinaire.
Got the mighty nose.
But yeah, go ahead and tell them a little bit about yourself.
I'm an artist. I'm a college dropout, and I'm an entrepreneur.
There it is. That's all you need to know anyways. So we going to go ahead and jump right into this week. So we're going to start off this week with a topic of black business. And why is it that we don't support black business to the standards that we should or the levels that we should? So going through this week and researching on this topic or whatever, I just went through social media and I put in hashtag black business, and I found a lot of posts that were anti-black business or negative black business, like, oh, this is why I don't support black business, or this is why I ain't never did nothing with black business or whatever, you know. And I think as a whole, as black people, we do lack on our efforts of black business. So I'm gonna go ahead on and start with Tank. Tank, tell me why you think that black business is something that we lack on as a people.
We lack on because we're in a capitalist system, and we go to what's accommodating to us. So white people, they got a lock on the system and all the cheap shit and all the. So I guess we just got to make up for it with quality or something, because niggas, when you're poor and you're the bottom of the economy, you're gonna go to what's best fitting for you. Everybody can't afford to go to that black business if the black business ain't the best deal in town. That's one thing. I go anyway just because they black, but everybody don't have that luxury. Don't
you think that's part of the problem though? Is that black businesses are looked at as, we need to have a discount. We gotta have, we too expensive.
It's capitalist system, baby.
But we judge differently because I feel like black businesses don't have the opportunity to run the same standards. If you sell a burger and McDonald's selling a burger for $3 and you sell your burgers for $4.50 or $3, you too high.
No, you gotta make up for quality. If it's quality, go like the lady. It's a black business around the corner from my house, Celestis, and they a little. They ain't the cheapest motherfuckers on the block, but they make some good shrimp, some good catfish and all that shit, and so they make up for it with the quality, and they been booming. So it's all how you do it. If it's gonna be more, then they gotta be cost effective.
Matt, I want to hear from you, man. You know, Matt owns black business with his father, and they running things and doing it big. Matt, what do you think the kind of issues that you run into as a black business? Do you think that African American people or black people as a whole give you the same shake as they would another real estate agency?
You know, for the most part, I think, unfortunately, race is a big part of economics, because a lot of the same stereotypes and discriminatory practices that exist in, public institutions also apply in the private sector. There's an expectation that if I am doing business, I'm doing something underhanded, something unethical.
What you up to, nigga?
Right. And I'm cool with that because I establish my credibility the same way other realtors do, by demonstrating my experience and expertise. So for me personally, it's a minor roadblock, but it's just a regular roadblock. It come on the regular. I see it. I know how to get over it. It's an aggravation. It's an annoyance, but it's a part of doing business.
Why niggas don't trust other niggas?
That's a good point.
Why don't trust each other?
That's a good point. Erica, I know you got a lot of business ventures and you do a lot of things with your art and stuff like that. Now, the artistic realm or the community may be different, but on your business side of things, why do you think niggas don't trust other niggas?
Black hate is real. We hate ourselves, but we love the other races, like their wealth and stuff that they got to offer. So it's pretty much like that. Black people hating on each other because it's like, oh, so you own because you got this business, you making this amount of money, but I'm not, so I'm not gonna support you. I'm gonna go ahead and buy full price some Gucci.
White superiority. They're black inferiority. They feel white people is better, so they got the better product.
So
But
I don't
that's
trust them
embedded in us to be like that, though, because it all started with slavery too. How we always had to compete with each other to get certain jobs or to not get this punishment or that punishment or however it went. But yet, now it's like the same thing here. We still hating on each other. It's like we fighting against scraps.
So earlier this week, I had, because we share a little text thread where we communicate for the podcast, and I had shared with everybody a little post from one of my friends on Facebook, and they was venting and ranting about black business and whatnot. I know Matt said he couldn't even read it after the first sentence because it was, and I had asked y'all, do y'all think it's cooning? So I sat back and I thought about it.
I ain't read that essay. Can you please tell me what that shit
Okay,
was
so
about?
basically on the essay, it was just a young black lady. She was ranting about, she don't support black business because she went to her daycare and the daycare didn't do something that she wanted. Then she went to a hair store, a black hair store, and they ain't do something she wanted. So
Where
she
black
said,
hair store at?
we got 2 or 3 in Jacksonville. But she said that's why I mess with them Asians. Because black
Asians
people can't do it right. The
Asians know
do
how
it
to
right.
treat a nigga.
I sat back and I thought about this, man. That is cooning. You cooning.
Wait. But was she right though?
What you mean she was?
Hell no.
She ain't
Do
right.
the Asians cater, since they know that we're not their culture, do they go out their way more to cater to
No.
our specific needs?
I'm just asking the question. Don't be mad at me, goddamn.
They will not treat you special.
Right.
I say fuck 'em. I went to a hair store to get some shit for my dreads over there off Cleveland. And before I bought some, I had asked him where they're from. He looked at me like how crazy. I didn't want to know. He said it was Palestinian. I was like, oh, you got damn right. You got my money. And then my fuss with you. I don't want to fuck with nobody if it's somebody I know who just in and out here vultures.
For black women as a whole, I know 2 or 3 young ladies that's trying to get up on their feet with their hairdressing or hair game or whatever. And for black women as a whole, I don't know why black women don't buy exclusively from black hair stores, because them Asian people don't give a fuck about y'all.
Yeah.
They just like the corner store people they put the pictures of people, oh, you stealing in my store and all that. Go ahead, Erica.
Well, one reason is, like somebody mentioned earlier, the prices is a little bit higher because the wholesaler they get it from, they don't get that exclusive deal like the Asians get. It's more money.
Yeah, the Asian hair stores got an Asian hair mafia, for sure. They definitely have a conglomerate on it, but you know what they do too? They price out black people. So what happens is the money, the hair come from Asia. When you buy like your human hair and all that stuff, it come from Asia. So then if you're a black business and you starting up, you have to buy from a proprietor just like any other business. So the proprietor happen to be Asian. So when they sell to their Korean dog, they sell it for cheaper. But when they sell to Marcus got to pay double.
So what you're saying is, we gotta take the wise words from the honorable plies and run off on the plug. Rob these motherfuckers. Well, plug, man. Take your shit. We gotta hit them across the head.
You run up on the
This some
plug,
bullshit.
it'll be a hole in your head. I think
Asians can't whoop us. What?
it's a
They 3 feet tall.
Jackie Chan though,
but
boy.
they never
I will
alone.
beat
They
Bruce
never
shit.
walk
They never alone.
Okay.
Jackie Chan, Bruce
But
Lee.
one thing about black business that I think we don't talk about enough either as a community is, because of what y'all are mentioning, the startup cost of running any kind of business is so high that's why most people don't. They say most small businesses fail within the first 6 months. So if you're a business that can sustain, survive, and make it to that 1-year anniversary, you're an elite company, right? And so when we have black businesses that have stood the test of time, Yeah, we run into the same problems we do in white establishments, but you know what? They found a way to say, okay, we messed up, we can make it better. Or the quality has gotten to a point where, you know what? I'll come back again. I think we don't give new businesses a chance to say, okay, you messed me up today, I'll still come back tomorrow. Because everybody can have a bad day.
That's a good point.
Capitalist system, man. It all depends on what you do. Walmart was a new business and just came, but there was customer service, whatever they did, the dough greeters.
All right.
They got retarded and crazy people at the door now. But
Seniors.
still, if somebody saying, welcome to Walmart. I don't know. It's just a feeling that you get when you walk. So it got to do with black people too, but it also got to do with just the capitalist system and customer service.
So what happened to Blockbuster and Circuit City?
They
ain't about motherfucking Netflix.
I'm about to say Blockbuster and Circuit City. They got priced out because of technology. It's just like people who manufacture cars, UAW workers. They voted for Trump because Trump was like, I'm gonna bring your manufacturing jobs back. No, you're not, because robots do that.
But see, and that's part of the thing too. Even black businesses get to a point they run into those same kind of problems. You may have good service, you may be providing a good product at a good price, but if Walmart moves in on the block, you're not competing with that because they scale the prices that they can set. You can't match that. Some
Niggas crabs too.
Yeah, I wanted to get to that too. I think it's.
Why should I give all the nigga my money, man? You see what the nigga riding around
I
in?
do think
that
that's
nigga straight, bro.
And going back to what Erica said, man, bro, like I know for a fact that I done tried to hook people up with you, bro. Like,
Crab ass nigga.
yeah, niggas be looking for a place to stay or whatever. I'm looking to buy my first house. I'm like, boy, I know somebody who is honorable. They're a good businessman and they have a reputation of quality service. It's my boy too, so I can vouch for him. You know what I'm saying? Here he go. And they be like, I'm going to get a white realtor. I done had that happen about 4 or 5 times or whatever. Just because on the strength that niggas can't unify. Niggas can't come. I can't get a nigga to like the Burleson page.
But you know what's crazy about that though? What's crazy about that? I've been in real estate since 2004 and it hasn't changed. That's just a part of my job. That's a part of my career. So when you see me out there walking around with white customers, don't say Matt Coonan. Matt trying to keep the lights on.
Right. I don't even think nobody think you're cool if you're walking with a white customer. You better keep them lights on. But I think the niggas who saying that they going to find a white realtor is cooning, because I would seek out, when I go to buy my house, I'm going to seek out a black real estate person on the strength. Me and Tank, we got shout out to Mr. Harvey with his insurance company. We sought out black insurance because I want to buy black. But niggas don't want to buy black, bro. And you know what's crazy?
It's a trusted thing, too.
My mom opened a food truck. They can't get no friction. They can't get no friction, bro.
Gotta do a customer service, that, bro. I told them nigga they gotta get some better on the lemon pepper Wayne, boy.
Hey,
the red truck, that's a black business. The red truck, boy, y'all lemon pepper Wayne. Goddamn, boy, that shit put me in a coma, boy.
You see what I'm saying?
I ain't no Wayne.
If you putting out that product, they gonna keep coming back.
But you know what though? You right about the quality, but we ain't about to get on the quality of my mama food truck on this podcast. But what we is about to get on is the fact that when they pause, niggas don't stop.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, I done been sitting there a whole day with them. Niggas don't stop.
But see, okay, well, if that's the case, then they got to park somewhere else.
You're right. That's what I said. You got to keep trying. I'm not saying give up.
And here's the thing. It's not often that I get up and say, I'm looking to do X. I need a black person to do it first. That is my preference, because just in any kind of transaction, if we come from the same culture, if we come from the same kind of background, certain things it's not going to be confusion about. But at the same time, I'm just trying to get business done as a business owner. You know what I'm saying? And even as a customer, if you go to seek out car insurance,
Right.
if it's not a good deal for you, you're not messing with it.
Yeah, Mr. Harvey ran that 340. I'm out, Mr. Harvey. That's them Geico numbers.
You gotta give me a good deal, baby.
But have y'all ever had a bad experience buying black?
Hell yeah.
And
But
white,
same thing.
and Asian.
When the last time you been to Jenkins? They fuck up my shit all the time.
They'll get you
I said fries with the sauce.
Still exists.
Which one? Ain't no chicken still exists. That's a cornerstone of the black.
You got an Asian on, bro. Listen.
That's it.
You don't know that shit is an Asian. I was gonna ask you about the shit that we had. The Lucky Charms cereal.
Oh, the tasty drippers.
I didn't know that was how that been going. Niggas fucking with you.
See that I'm experiencing the same thing. Like, niggas don't want to fuck with me.
Well, is it niggas or is it their marketing? You need some help? Because sometimes,
It ain't the marketing.
sometimes when you starting off with things, sometimes niggas do need some kind of professional.
I'll say this though
marketing
about
help.
Erica and her business stuff or whatever. Like her marketing stuff is on point. She can get shit jumping real quick. She did marketing for us for this. She designed the logos for Bruh Listen. Shout out to Erica for designing the logos for Bruh Listen and all that good stuff. But I just think niggas just kind of, like you say, niggas be crying.
Well, that's what I experience. I have a set price for certain ones, but they always try to
Tell them
down.
about it.
Yeah, they try to down me.
What I told you to do though.
$5.
What I told you to do though, Erica. When
And the thing is,
when
I feel
when they say
kinda-
$5 and they say, ooh, that's steep. What I told you to tell them. What I said.
I forgot.
I said, say the price $5.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
price is your price.
Yeah, my price. But see, sometimes I would like certain areas and not, to be funny or nothing. I wouldn't jump to, my regular prices. I'll kind of down my prices.
Then you
a
taking
little
your
bit.
stuff to the wrong place.
Exactly.
And that's business.
And I had
Yeah.
a pretty low price for this 100 dripper, and the lady on the bus stop wanted one, and I gave her a low price because she was on the bus stop and she was hot,
Too
and I was
nice.
hot.
That bitch would've had to
But
pay
she
$5.
still complained about $3, and I'm like, this
bitch.
See,
really
that's why you don't
costs-
give no discounts.
Yeah, she
Hey, bro.
complained. She said, I want mine filled to the top with the most of everything.
Oh, niggas, bro, that is a
Hold up,
prime
hold
example
up.
of niggas. Like, see, that's my
And she was
point.
like, well, I'm just supporting anyways, even though this too much, but I'm going to support you anyways.
Did she support you anyway?
Yeah, she did support
She
me.
supported you
but she
anyway.
complained.
Hey,
Nah,
if
you
you gonna complain,
$3,
if you gonna complain but still support, I ain't even.
Then we
Yeah,
got
but she
business,
supported
yeah,
you
I'm
with
okay
$3,
with that.
right?
Yeah.
What's the price of the honey dripper?
That particular one was $5.
See, that's my problem.
Wait, no, wait,
Nah, that's
no,
my problem, man.
No, listen,
That's
no,
my
no,
problem.
But
listen,
I'm
listen.
totally okay with that as long as you are supporting. But at the end of the day, that's what's hurting black businesses
that's your
because we
bit-
kind of
nah,
have
nah.
to cut deals and sell ourselves a little
Support
bit
black
short.
business
to
without
our
asking for a
own people.
discount.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Because what white people buy honey drippers?
What? They,
You all right? You do have a niche audience.
That's it.
I don't think crackers and Nakati is.
But they got-
I think crackers and Nakati would.
They got
Yeah.
ice cream
They
bars.
would, but who out there doing
They
it?
got
You
shade-
need to go out there.
They got
I'm
shade-
mobile.
they got
They got
shade
ice
truck.
cream
But that's-
parlors, ice cream trucks, but you got to get to it.
But
If
see,
I'm
and that's what I'm
riding
saying.
around mobile to the places that
That shit
people
violent.
at,
That's why
you know.
6 months is why most businesses fail within
Yeah.
the
Well, I
first
wanted to
6
say
months.
this. Well, a lot of reasons why most business fail is because business takes some money to put into it. Also, so you got.
That's why we don't have a lot of black
you gotta
businesses because we
also-
don't have the capital for it.
Also,
But the
factor
niggas
in
who do
losing
get,
money.
and that's my point. The nigga, first, you're right. Eric, both you and Matt are
It's not
absolutely
enough
right.
black banks to give us
Right,
loans
that's
for
the
our
point.
businesses.
Matt, right? Businesses do fail. Period. Not black or white. Just businesses fail within the first 6 months. Most of them. Tank's also right that it takes a lot of capital to start a business. And then Erica, you're right because we don't have enough black banks giving out the loans. So that's my point about supporting black business. So when a nigga do actually start a business, you gotta support them.
But see, if we want the quality of black businesses to go up, we have to do a better job of preparing our kids to be entrepreneurs. See, it's one thing to turn 18 and say, college not for me, I'm not going into the military, I'm going to cut hair. That's something I'm good at. It's another thing to know that I'm going to have to get a license. I'm going to have to go to school. I'm going to have to pay for that education and training. I'm going to have to pay for my licensing. I'm going to have to find a place to cut once I get out. It's a lot more to running a business and surviving than having an idea and they want to do something. It takes knowing, okay, you're going to need credit in the beginning if you don't have the capital. But if nobody taught you about how to establish credit, how to have a credit score, how to watch your credit, when you turn 18 and decide this is what I want to do, oh, I didn't know my credit was messed up.
Well, I want to get on to something real quick. So say somebody check all those boxes. They got all their stuff together, they license, they credit, this, that, and the other, whatever, right? And then when they run their business, they make a mistake. People gonna make mistakes, period. We human, right?
Right.
Why is it that us
Corporate businesses make mistakes every
all the
day.
time, right?
Same
So
on
why is it that
social
us as the consumer, when there's a black business, we be like, oh, these niggas made a mistake. Just like the post I shared with y'all that you two niggas ain't read. But just like the post that I shared with y'all, okay, the daycare didn't answer her question the way she wanted her question answered. If she was at a white daycare, they wouldn't answer the question right either. Or whatever. And then she would have kept going to that white daycare, but because they ain't answered the question right with a black daycare, how dare you not be
I
perfect?
don't know. Do niggas feel like they ain't got no choice because it reflect from business to life. If a nigga fuck up something, then niggas ain't fucking with him.
Yeah.
The niggas. I seen the nigga pulling in the Waffle House today. Yeah, the Waffle House. I already said point blank. Crackers was right for slamming the bitch on the floor, pulling the titties out.
What are you talking about?
And you don't know what I'm talking
I
about?
don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, well,
explain what you're talking
well,
about.
let me explain it. Okay, because you don't know. I'm pretty sure niggas out there don't know. A chick or whatever, they charged her for plastic food, 50 cents. She's like, I'm not paying no fucking 50 cents. They call the police. Police get there, slammed her on the floor, her titties out and everything on the floor, and they basically look like a sexual assault, aggressive arrest to me. And Waffle House said that the police was right. Mm-hmm. Right? This is what you should do. I don't give a fuck what the bitch did. All I seen was the problem.
For 50 cents?
Lakeisha Clemens.
I'm watching it right now, bro, Nation. Y'all can't see me watching it. Facebook Live, you can.
What you watching it on?
I'm watching it on Black Girl Torture, which is one of Erica's pages.
Oh, good plug.
But she coming for you, too. She pulled that up quick. She coming for you, bro.
But the point is, I don't care what the chick did. All I see is two crackers slamming the black bitch on the ground. Oh, did I say black bitch? Oh, look, I'm still hood, bro. I'm working on it.
We understand you.
I'm working on it.
We understand.
All I see him is slamming that ratchet bitch on the ground. But I ain't gonna act like she ain't no ratchet bitch. She is a ratchet bitch. I don't give a fuck what she is. She is us. All right, that could be my sister, that could be my cousin, that could be anybody, and I see two white people slamming her down. I don't care what she did. They fucked up. They wrong. Waffle House said they're right.
50 cents?
I don't fuck with Waffle House. I ain't fuck with them anyway.
Actually, it was over. She wanted some plastic utensils instead of the regular.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I understand because I'm like that too.
I know
But-
several people who looking at Facebook Live right now that's like that, and that's why I don't go to the restaurant with you. But go ahead and continue, Eric. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you was talking.
They trying to charge 50 cents for the shit. She ain't
And so after all that, the police got to come, and then they got to slam her to the ground.
Well, what
and all
happened
that?
was
'Cause
the
she wouldn't
police
leave.
just so happened to come when she heard the group of people she was with was at a table. The worker caught an attitude, and it was like a little commotion, but nothing too big.
They escalated the situation.
Police always
they just
escalate
so
the
happened
shit.
to come in Waffle House, and they just put her arms behind her back, and then another police came and then tossed her on the ground. Her dress ended up coming down, was showing all her, private areas, and.
But see, that's the thing. Police always going to turn something into an escalation thing like that or whatever. And see, now I did not know of that. I was unaware, and now I feel like with
How you
Waffle
say
House
her
coming
name,
out and saying
Shakezia Clemens.
Shakezia Clemens, with Waffle House coming out and saying that she deserved it, basically. I can't fuck with Waffle House.
And I used to like that little ham and cheese. Granddaddy used to take her there all the time.
All the time, Granddaddy used to take us there. But I tell you where I'm not eating. But see, that's my point. Now, we've mentioned Chick-fil-A on this show several thousand times.
Yeah,
or
black
whatever.
people should be strong on boycotting certain
come on.
things.
Well.
I boycott 5-Star Pizza because they didn't want to honor a coupon that they sent in the mail. And I would
5-Star?
not. Yeah, and I would not eat it.
Not 5-Star,
Because they wasted my
Wait a
time.
minute now.
They wasted my gas.
She might have found my one.
That
man.
sounds personal.
She might have found my
No,
one.
but I'm
That ain't no
saying.
nigga shit. And you know what? As a business, we can't be worried about you.
It is
you ain't
personal,
got
but
the
it's just
I
an
ain't
example
boycotting
of
5-Star
how I'm
brand.
so advocate of if I don't like something, I'm not gonna keep doing business
get
with
it,
that
yeah.
person.
And that's your choice as a
Right.
consumer.
As a consumer,
Yeah,
with
that's
the
my
coupon
choice.
thing, I can see that. But I ain't worried about that. I ain't worried about 5-Star. I ain't trying to get all niggas boycott 5-Star because I'm not doing this.
Oh no, I'm not trying to get that was an example.
But what I'm saying is Chick-fil-A. Niggas should boycott Chick-fil-A. It's not that hard. But niggas ain't gonna do it. Now with this Waffle House,
But tell
information
somebody
coming
why they
out-
should. See, that's another thing. A lot of people use businesses and they don't know what that business supports politically. They don't know what that CEO is saying.
Well, Chick-fil-A is a franchise for one.
So?
if what if it's a black owner? Because they just
They ain't playing me. You know what? I'm glad you brought that up. The 24-year-old, 23-year-old black woman who just opened up her third Chick-fil-A.
she's 26.
26-year-old black owner.
Congratulations.
She got 3 Chick-fil-A franchises. Chick-fil-A ain't playing me. Just because you let a nigga in the house don't mean you like niggas.
I know, I'm happy for her.
Yeah,
But that
good
don't
for you,
mean
shawty.
I'm gonna follow
And she
it.
gonna have
But
plenty
again,
enough money from the white people.
Tell somebody why they shouldn't go to Chick-fil-A.
You shouldn't go to Chick-fil-A because they said black lives don't matter. and they said Blue Lives Matter. And then on top of that, if you're like me and you support gay rights, you shouldn't go there because they are super anti-gay rights and they donate over $11 million a year to anti-gay rights organizations. Now, I know everybody ain't for gay rights or whatever. That's my personal thing, just like Erica with her personal thing with the coupon. But the Black Lives Matter, I know y'all niggas black. So if Chick-fil-A come out and say Black lives don't matter, why you eating them?
Chicken sandwich too good, bro.
Your life don't matter, but your $2 do? Fuck that chicken sandwich, bro.
Got to have that chicken sandwich. I had Chick-fil-A one time in my whole fucking life. I don't get the buzz about it. I don't understand it. Wendy's got a spicy chicken sandwich that's delicious.
And you know what else? They ain't never say Black lives don't matter. And Zaxby's tastes better.
And I love Zaxby's and I love Wendy's. But if they ever did something to come across niggas,
I bet I ain't eating it.
Hey, fucking
And see, that's the problem. Y'all niggas need it. And then that would move people towards black business more. When you see these little things coming up, you should be like, I'm going to find me a black chicken sandwich place. Now, here in Jacksonville, white people got the market cornered kind of on type of businesses. We got Jenkins and a few other black places. But for the most part, most of our restaurants and stuff are white. But if you in Atlanta and you checking this out, because I seen we had some listeners in Atlanta, or you in Alabama and Birmingham, and you listening to Bro Listen, I know y'all got black businesses everywhere.
It's all niggas in Atlanta anyway.
That's it. So I know that, but I bet they still go to Chick-fil-A, because the Chick-fil-A all in Atlanta too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, at the end of the day, you got to support black business for us to establish ourselves as a community. Because what we need to do to move to that next step, we have to come together as a whole, as a community, so we can function on our own. And then when we don't need white people to function and we got our own shit, we'll be successful. But the only way to do that is support, because we got to keep our dollars in the community. If you look at Asians or whatever, they spend their dollars with Chinese. That's why you got Chinatown and all that other stuff. Yeah. The Asians spend their dollars with Asians. The Latinos spend their dollars with Latinos. I was on my way to intern Bud house yesterday or whatever, and on the way there's a house where they sell tacos and stuff and have a little bounce house for the kids outside over there on the west side of Jacksonville. And that's like a little business thing they got going. Every time I go to intern Bud house, that's jumping or whatever. And at first, I only seen a few cars. Yesterday, I seen 30 cars outside there. And they was all Latino people lined up to eat those tacos. They support each other.
Well, they have a culture too.
What culture was that again?
Latino.
Yeah,
Latinos always support each other.
They have a culture too. They got.
So
we
do
can go
Asians.
get some real tacos and shit. We go get some real Hispaniola. What the fuck you said, boy?
Well, maybe we should learn from those other cultures too, because the thing is, like, what does black businesses really do for the community?
They should do a lot.
They should do
if
more
they could, but like Matt say, shoot, you gotta get started first. Yeah. I can't donate to the community if I ain't making no money.
Kalina said no Home Depot. What the fuck Home Depot did?
Home Depot, what did they do? Boy, I'm drawing a blank. Lena, go ahead and comment at the bottom of the comments and tell us what Home Depot did. I have heard that niggas not supposed to purchase from Home Depot or whatever. Oh, that's right. They're a Trump company. They one of the Trump companies.
See, hold on now. See, I got to draw the line on some things or whatever.
Yeah, you do.
Because just it's a lot of motherfuckers. We can't equate that you with. I do because I'm an extremist like that, but I understand my extreme views. You can't equate that just because you're with Trump that you're KKK.
They ain't saying we KKK. They saying
that
you're
racist or whatever. That you're that you just straight fuck black people.
Do you think that if you're black, you should be anti-Trump?
That you black? Yeah, I do. But that's my personal
so
opinion.
if you think that you black, you should be anti-Trump. Then the people that are pro-Trump, you should be anti-them. Correct?
Well,
I'm not saying that Home Depot.
I have my own reasons why I'm anti-Trump.
Life is not that simple. It's never one thing is the reason. It's never I stopped going to the black business because it was black people. It's because they didn't honor the coupon and their prices was too high and it was a bad delivery time. It was a bad experience. You know what I'm saying? It's never as simple as, oh, I don't support black businesses, because people go in businesses and don't know who the owner is. Yeah. They see black faces and assume it's a black business. They may not have a black owner and vice versa.
But I do appreciate the custom.
What is Victoria's Secret? What is Victoria's Secret?
White. It's ran by white people.
Oh, my aunt said it was a black person.
Hell no. But see, your auntie probably just like most niggas, where they think niggas own and run and invented everything.
Do you know that? Google that.
Yeah, Google it and see who.
Don't make your auntie no liar.
Right, yeah. See who it is. See who it is. My thing is this. I want to say this real quick about the Trump thing. I think Trump is detrimental to African American culture and society. And so people who in turn supported him, like Yingling, like Home Depot, like New Balance, as an African American, you should not support them because they're supporting somebody who's not trying to big up your society. So I'm not with it.
Can I say one point?
Go ahead.
Because the reason why I say you can't just off them off already because I don't know their specific reasons for supporting Trump. Now I know why I don't support Trump, but the reasons why they do could be completely opposite from the reasons why I don't.
But here's my thing about Trump. Okay, it's one of those things where you're right. If we were talking about Mitt Romney, if they support Mitt Romney or John McCain or Ronald Reagan, I don't care about that. But when you talk about a man who legit came out and said racial things, who said things detrimental to women, who made fun of handicapped.
No, it's not even
that. If you say fuck niggas,
a business is not a person. A business is a group of people providing a service or a product, and the heads of businesses change. CEOs get fired, presidents get laid off, old people retire. So to say that I'm cutting off business with them because they supported Trump this election, now in 4 years, when they've replaced upper management, when they've become more diverse, and they supported a politician that you're in favor of, now as hey everybody get back in line at Home Depot.
Fuck them.
It's all depending on this stream.
I mean, how much
said fuck niggas? I think that he.
I think he very much did.
I
think he's a racist, but I know how that could be misconstrued.
This is the problem with black people. We too nice.
There you go.
These white people, they won't support the littlest of anything, and they're strong on that. But we gotta keep giving all this leeway and this and that. I feel like if Home Depot don't like us, we shouldn't buy there. Point blank. Period. They want to support something opposite of our cause and the cause that's
right. There you go. Stop right there. It's opposite of our cause. So the cause we black.
But hold up.
We need to be strong on that, or we gonna keep falling behind because we just too nice.
It's not a too nice thing. It's a lack of understanding and education. And it really is.
We need to get it.
Because here's the thing. You're saying these are the reasons we shouldn't support these specific businesses, but how many of us at this table before today knew that Home Depot had said anything about anybody?
I don't vote with Home Depot because they had a bad experience. But you're right, we didn't know that.
I didn't know.
We weren't ignorant to it.
How much do you shop at Home Depot on a regular anyway?
I'll give a nigga a pass though, man. If the nigga is ignorant to it though.
Because I'm an artist. So
so you use it regularly and you didn't know?
No, I didn't.
I got little confidence.
And so that's what I'm saying. Was you being too nice?
Me too.
Were you being?
I just wasn't aware.
She was ignorant to it. But now that she's aware,
but that's what I'm saying. You not.
I'm gonna do my research and I'm gonna go to Lowe's.
But how much time in the day are you gonna dedicate to? Okay, today I have to get gas, I have to get groceries, I have to get supplies for my business. Let me go on Google and check out they.
I can make it my business because white people will sit there and do that. That's the practices and habits of white people, and I mean, if I'm gonna do that, I can sit there and do.
So I get what you're saying, Matt, and we agree with you. I think we, for the most part, agree with you that like niggas ain't gonna look and see should I go to Sitco or should I go to Mobile One. They just not gonna do that. But once you become aware, like everybody that's watching this podcast or listening to this podcast right now, they're now aware of Home Depot being a Trump supported company or whatever. Once you become aware, do you think it's your duty not to go?
But is that the only thing they do? Do they give scholarships? Do they hire a lot of black? Do they hire a lot of? Do they have a lot of specific? Do they create black? No, it's not besides the. It's not besides if they're providing jobs
or whatever gives shit to black. Like if they do it specifically for black people, and then they like Kanye do shit specifically for black people, and now that he says he's riding for Trump, does that mean fuck him? Even though he's doing stuff specifically for black people.
If you go to work. If you go to work as a black person and you see another black person at that same place, that company is supporting black lives. The owner of the company may be saying black lives don't matter, but they're employing black lives and providing for black families. We won't give them no credit for that.
Well, no, I gotta cut you off there because sometimes we gotta make examples of motherfuckers. fuck them forever. Like the boycott, the bus boycott. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was some good people.
Some niggas that work at the bus boycott.
Some
And
nigga
you know
bus
what?
drivers.
And you know what's crazy about that? That's what this is an opportunity for is to say, okay, if that's the case with Home Depot, all the black sales associates in there, all the black management, what have you learned while working at Home Depot that you can translate into a black business? Home Depot has figured out a way to get it done and do it real big for a real long time. Have you just been there collecting a check, or have you learned something that you can tell your kids, listen?
Business-wise, so we can't expect every human to be.
But now we want everybody to be conscious in their spending.
But because people dumb as fuck.
Right.
Not just black.
It's just ignorance.
White.
It's just
That's dumb as fuck. So I can't
ignorance.
expect everybody to be.
See,
It's
that's
a
part of the whole.
colorblind.
That's part of the whole like being woke thing. Because you once you become aware of what's going on, you realize that the world is in this perpetual loop of ignorance. Okay, so something don't happen because a
Perpetual
nigga.
loop of ignorance.
That's right. I came up with that on the fly too. Something don't happen because a nigga don't know. The nigga don't know, so then something happened. Something don't happen because a nigga don't know. A nigga don't know, so then something happened. It's a perpetual loop of ignorance, bro. And Matt, right? We got to get educated. But how we get educated? Niggas don't want to get educated. And you're right. Not just niggas. White people.
Just
green people in general.
And we at a
are dumb.
disadvantage because we're the ones oppressed. So we just like the rest of them, or whatever, like with the last election, didn't vote. Other white people didn't vote too, just like niggas didn't vote for last time.
Right.
But we had a more disadvantage because
And ignorance,
we less represented.
Ignorance fueled Trump's run, and he fucking won. And I'm gonna use that to transition because we've been talking about Trump. And the next thing we was gonna talk about, the next topic we was gonna talk about was celebrity influence on the black community. Why is it so heavy? Why do they get to influence us so much? And I think part of that is the ignorance or whatever. Because instead of looking to true leaders like Barack Obama, like Oprah Winfrey, like these true leaders, we look at somebody.
Fuck Obama.
Anywho, you love that.
You know,
But
goddamn leader.
Anywho, like when you do stuff like that, you turn around and you get to a situation where you look at people like Cardi B, Brea, we see you, that's your favorite old lady, and then you get Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, or what's another nigga that really, and Chris Brown or whoever. They influence us more than the actual leaders. And I just want to know for Brea Nation, why is it?
You know why?
Go ahead.
It's because we don't have, basically these celebrities got the lifestyle that we want. I want the cars. I want the money. I want that type of.
You want to fuck them hoes?
All that.
All that.
But do we see that the glamorization of black doctors or black lawyers or black politicians? No. What we see from them mostly, I'll say 8 out of 10 would be they don't even like us. They stuck up. They bougie. They in their own little world. So
well, that's a good point.
Pretty
but doctors
much,
and lawyers and all of them bitches that's black and all that shit like that, they do have a way of looking down
on
at a
that.
bitch like Cardi B or a bitch like me. Yeah, them from the hood. Like,
so you feel like we associate like these celebrity people with ourselves, so therefore their influence weighs heavier on us because we respect them more than we do a person that's a doctor that I can't associate with because
that's part of the agenda anyways.
What
because
agenda?
Because the media put it out. I mean, the media put all that out as eye candy. So of course that's what we gonna fantasize and talk about because that's all we freaking see.
I feel like the media put out whatever a nigga gonna watch. If y'all niggas watch doctor shows, they'll put out doctor shows.
I think it's more targeted than what we think.
Of course it's targeted. They want you to watch it.
Right. Like
so Love and Hip Hop.
I love Love and Hip Hop.
Love and Hip Hop would have got canceled if niggas watched Love and Hip Hop. One of my favorite shows ever is The Cosmos with Carl Sagan. And then that was on for like 6-7 years back in the 80s and 90s or whatever. Then Neil deGrasse Tyson got presented by Carl Sagan, passed the torch to host The Cosmos. It ran 1 season on Fox. Why? Niggas ain't watching.
What did Carl Sagan shit run?
It ran 5-6 seasons. But it didn't run on Fox.
Yeah,
but
they switched shit up.
But it don't matter.
They fucked it up.
No, Carl
Nobody on
Sagan
Fox watching that shit.
That ain't the place.
Fox is
It ain't the place for that.
Fox is a broader outlet than Carl Sagan.
Would have lasted long on Fox.
Bruh, first of all,
look at what Fox doing.
Where you gonna put it at?
So
it's
science. Why what on science? Morgan Freeman been doing Through the Wormhole.
That's my point though.
Yeah, what's your point?
Science Channel is a niche network. You have to pay extra for Science Channel. Fox is network television. More niggas can see the Cosmos.
But don't nobody want to watch it.
You don't
Exactly.
have to have
No,
cable to see
not
Fox.
even niggas.
Wait,
People.
I just finished watching The Simpsons.
What you said? Don't nobody want to watch it. So that's my point.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
Media is focused because niggas. The reason why Love and Hip Hop been running for 10 seasons and Stevie J and all these niggas that got paid off y'all, it's because niggas like to watch it.
I find that highly entertaining. Thank you, Stevie J.
Yeah, niggas
See,
like that shit.
I'm on both ends of the on the thing. So I feel like we should be strong advocates of not supporting these shows, but at the same time, it's like let these shows be ignorant and just do what
Well,
they
Tank
do.
always say that we should be able to do both.
I just want to say that even though how the shit looks or whatever, first of all, it's entertainment, and because crackers are allowed to do anything on fucking TV they want to, we should be too. But besides that though, that shit has made a lot of lanes for niggas that
Niggas that got paid. Cardi B wouldn't even exist without
yeah,
it.
and that's
Hey,
poverty.
Michelle rejuvenated her career because before that,
No,
y'all ain't listen to her.
That's poverty.
No. Because you know
y'all
what?
hear about K. Michelle though?
Oh yeah, she had a fake booty eruption. Shout out to K Michelle.
And
We hope you get
almost
better
died.
soon. Oh, go ahead, man.
No, I can't support Love and Hip Hop because they're promoting the image of my community that I don't agree with.
Tell them.
I don't care.
They the Chick-fil-A of TV to me. They the Home Depot of TV to me.
But perception of who? Who cares about that? It's other perceptions of black people as
Me,
stuff.
me. That's why I make
I
that
went mad.
choice.
Be perfect.
I would no, but here's why I went mad on this, right? Tank, I do agree with you that we should be able to be the doctors and the lawyers and the ignorant fools.
I know a lot of ratchet bitches.
But as of right now, all we're portrayed as the ignorant fools. When the shit even out, then I'll let it slide. I don't need no more Love and Hip Hop shows. I got enough of them
100% sure.
already.
I'm not 100%
But wait a
sure.
minute. But the thing is, we don't even highlight all these black graduates that's finna graduate. That's graduating into that.
Shout out to Brea.
That.
Shout
I
out to
will
Brea.
take that. So it's where our
Blackish
eyeballs
on
are.
TV.
It's where, yeah, exactly.
Blackish on TV.
Because they out
Name
there.
another one. Name another one.
I don't watch TV like that.
There
I
we
wish I
go.
could,
That
but
too.
that's the one that's out there. All I know is Blackish, Love and Hip Hop.
Okay, stop.
I don't watch TV like
On
that.
the record, I've never seen none of those shows. Not Love and Hip Hop.
You don't have cable.
For one.
That's why you ain't seen
But
it.
I do. I got the internet.
Don't put
That is also why you put that on the record.
Exactly. For one, let me explain why I don't have cable.
I'm not,
because I have the internet, and I feel like why have cable when I'm not a TV watcher like
there you
that.
go.
But I do have Hulu.
I'm not
I do
shitting
have
you.
live TV
You ain't got to
and
play your
different.
entertainment choices
You
to
ain't
this
gotta
nigga.
But I'm just saying.
He just want to Netflix and chill. He don't even need cable.
Listen, I'm not shitting on you because you ain't got cable. Brea sat on here last week and said she don't have cable or TV.
Hey, man, why would you want to know cable phone
But
call,
wait
man?
a
That's the
minute.
point.
But when I did have cable, I still ain't see those shows, and I still have access to those shows because I have the internet. But I still don't watch those.
I'm gonna have to tell you, like I told Brea last week, you ain't the type of nigga that's gonna watch Love and Hip
Why
Hop.
can't
That
they
shit
do
ain't for
some-
woke
why-
niggas.
Why I'm not the type?
It's not. You won't.
You won't.
That shit ain't for
But
woke niggas.
wait.
My mama watch Love and Hip Hop.
But I like a little bit of ignorance in
And
my
that's
life.
right.
I like to see.
But I love Cardi B, so tell me that.
But you love Cardi B because of her music and who she is as a person. You don't love her because of Love and Hip Hop. You never seen the show, so you know about
Exactly, but
Cardi
I'm
B as
saying,
an artist.
what's the if you compare Cardi B to Love and Hip Hop? But I like Cardi B.
Cardi B
but
is
I
Love
don't
and Hip Hop.
exactly. But
You
I don't
do.
look at those shows.
Then how you love them?
Yeah,
You're not even
exactly.
supporting
You
her.
supporting her.
She not on those shows now, is she?
She will be.
I mean, she got the face
You
of
love
those
you
shows.
love her? You should know that.
She bigger than
She got the
that.
face
She like
of
K
those
Michelle.
shows.
She
I
got
don't
too
know
big
what
for
you're
her
talking about.
britches. I'm just saying though, like in general, I just think that a show like Love and Hip Hop is not necessary, and I think that Love and Hip Hop and that type of shit is the reason why niggas like Kanye do shit like what they did this week and get this heavy influence. Because Kanye this week came out talking about he support Trump. Just let it go. Came out like he support Trump.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah, came out like he support Trump and saying that he had to make America great again hat on and doing all that. Me personally, I think Kanye playing y'all like a fiddle because he about to drop an album and he wanted some heat so he can get his album situated. But even if he wasn't, I don't care about Kanye and his opinion. The black community should look to somebody like Barack Obama or Oprah.
Fuck Obama.
Well, okay, I said or Oprah.
Okay,
or whatever.
My
Because
fault.
everybody
I
ain't your hero, nigga.
It's like a twitch. I just
I'm
can't help but say fuck Obama.
Ain't no reason to say fuck Obama. Number one,
Because we
But
look
number
at him
two,
as a
What
black
about
leader.
real life heroes? What about that instead of these
Ain't
media
none.
heroes?
We don't know nothing about that.
Yes, it is.
No, it's a lot.
It's a lot, but that's on a personal level. We talking about as a whole, as a scale. The nigga who live down the street that's an ambulance worker that save niggas every day, good for that nigga. And you can tell your kids, hey, that dude right there, he's a hard worker, he saves people. But you know what? Don't nobody else get exposed to that. We talking about the niggas on TV.
Let me tell you. No, I don't agree with that because some of the biggest influences on people are the ones they have as kids. And when you a kid, it's the big black people around you that are gonna shape you more. You may see on TV and think, yeah, I want to be like that guy. I want to be like that guy.
But you don't know that guy.
You don't know that guy. And what you really are learning is how these black people around me behaving now. What are they teaching me growing up, coming up? So that when I get to a point, when I get to be our age, and I'm watching Cardi B on TV like Tank, I can watch her for entertainment. You're not watching Cardi B and going, you know what? I need to find a way into the strip game, and then after that, I'm gonna be, America's Gigolo, and then I'm gonna drop an album. That's not your path. That's not what you watching. You're not watching it for inspiration and motivation. You watching it for entertainment. I think what we're really having an issue with, for me personally, is my 9-year-old daughter can't watch it because she don't have the capacity to understand this is just entertainment. This is not a how-to book.
Love and hip hop is for grown people. Ignorant shit is for grown. No, not just love and hip hop. Ignorant shit is for grown people that can realize and know the difference between.
I don't think.
Yeah.
Okay, but here go my thing.
For
This
a
go-
produced show.
This go back to what
Because
Matt said though. Matt, you said earlier about education, right? Grown people can't deduce the difference between fiction and reality. That's why they look at these celebrities and think this shit real life, man. Jeezy was trap or die, but he also made sure his son went through college and got a degree because we can differentiate the character Jeezy and the man Jeezy, but
Young
people
niggas
don't
think
think
Gotti. Young niggas think Yo Gotti was a drug kingpin.
But
That's crazy.
And that's a generational failure.
Yeah,
That's
Matt,
a
right. That's a
generational
generational
failure and
Nigga that I
family.
was talking
That's
to,
because nobody was there
Yeah.
to teach whoever think that any better.
Or whoever taught them that learned that from somebody before them.
Right, it's 30. How old am I? We
31.
We 31. We're gonna be 32 this year. It's the niggas at 30 that think Yo Gotti, Future, Rocco, all them rappers. They think that these niggas really.
Yeah, because they said they got bricks and they clearly have more influence
That's
than I
the
do.
image
Well,
put out there. And they
but
believe,
you know-
they
but
believe
you-
what image put out there for some reason.
That's,
But
and that's
the
why the
thing-
Facebook thing blew up this year.
Here's the problem with the internet. The internet has gotten to a point where we have told people, if you want to know if something's true, go online and see.
Google it.
If you Google it, then it's true.
But it's a lot of password shit on Google. You gotta find it.
Right? But kids have not been trained how to do research to say this is a credible search source.
yeah.
This will not. So when they see egg born
That's
with
what
4
it's like.
heads, that's people in general. They're gonna say, well, everything else I saw was true. This must be true. I had a little cousin who saw an article that was a fictional work by one of our cousins, and he was heartbroken because he was like, I didn't know cuz was going through all that. That didn't
Kids'
happen.
attention span,
Right.
The attention span is
Their comprehension and critical thinking is this.
yeah.
The stuff on the internet is this. They don't know
It's
a
too much
commercial.
information at one time. It's
It's too-
over.
but
But when you
right.
have too many choices and you don't know what to pick, like that damn machine at Firehouse where it got
The
all
freestyle.
the different kind of sodas.
soda
The one you
freestyle.
got the
Coco
code,
freestyle.
the one you got
I don't
the
know what to
code.
get. It's too much.
But I
too
don't-
much information.
I don't even think. You know what else? You know what else is something Matt just said. Black people, white people, Latino people, all people cannot distinguish the difference between reality and satire, and that is the problem.
Well, and you know why though? Because it's not enough stuff out there that's glorifying stuff that's not this media.
I don't even think it got to be glorified. I just think niggas can't tell the difference between real and fake.
But that happened in regular life. Like people can't tell that, okay, she posted a picture in front of a Maybach, but she worked, you know what I'm saying, at the motel behind my house.
Right.
How she
They
get
don't
a
get that.
Maybach?
Everybody is delusional. It's just that when we is delusional, it's to our detriment because we're in the minority in this shit. And
The things that they selling, the things that they're selling us are awful.
Too.
Right.
Yeah, damn it, but just when we delusional, that shit fucked us all.
We don't have that
But
slack to make that.
you have to instill that into your people, man, into your kids, so that you don't have this issue. Because the fiction and reality thing is a big deal. It's not okay. Nigga can put on Facebook right now that, I don't know, pick a celebrity, any celebrity, that they gay. And then it's gonna start floating
Watch the
around.
comments.
Janelle Monáe just came out that she'll fuck anything a doorknob if it's available.
If Janelle Monáe said that, holla at me,
Comment,
Janelle Monáe.
I'm
here for you, boo.
Share.
Yeah. It was a picture of a thing or whatever. Oh, matter of fact, I ain't gonna use the picture. We all Jaguar fans because we from Jacksonville, Duval. Okay, so check this out. When the Jags lost to the Patriots, right? It was a fake thing floating around the internet where Jalen Ramsey came out. Jalen Ramsey came out and said, "Yeah, coach told us let the niggas score so they can score the touchdown." And da 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 da. You know how many niggas walked up to me and like, "Did you see this, bro? Jalen came out and said that it's fixed." Come on, man. Y'all niggas retarded. I had to tell a nigga straight up, bruh. That's not real. But this a grown man who was older than me. This nigga in his 40s. And I have to tell a 40-year-old man at the job at Bottoms Up that, hey, bro, this not real. What you
That's
mean?
going back to this agenda, man. They want us to think that they want to, like, who is they?
Yeah, I need to know who they is. Because when niggas say the media they or whatever, I need to know who they is. Who is they?
Oh, crackers.
There you go. You gotta be specific.
Hell faces.
Yeah, I know you new to the show, but we be specific. You gotta say who they is, because they can be anybody.
Put the enemy out.
Yeah, because we know who it is. You just gotta say it. It's they. It's the white people.
What is it that white people have against niggas? What is it?
It ain't nothing about having against niggas.
It's
what they got against niggas, Latinos, Asians, and anybody else that's
it's
not.
It's the fact that they know their population isn't that
strong.
big, that strong, that big.
It's an evolution thing.
And
they know
any
they're
little
gonna die out
thing
eventually.
could fuck up
To
them, but we
maintain
just so
money,
scared.
to maintain money and power, you have to limit your population. White people realized that a long time ago, so they only have 1 or 2 kids per family, right? So then other people like Latinos and black people, they end up reproducing more. So then white people, then they have to do things like what we doing today.
It's where there. It's a factor of where we were as a people. If you're coming out of slavery, the skills we have are in agriculture and no, it's
hard labor.
It's hard labor. Guess what? It's a lot easier to run a farm with 13 kids than 2 girls.
Yeah, very true.
So that's one thing. But if you're a white man who owned a general store, you can teach Bobby how to hire somebody.
Right, and I can save my money because I'm not feeding Bobby, Ricky, Johnny, and Mike.
And it's not even just I can save my money. I've made more money, and I just live better.
Shout out to that. What the boy that made at ATL? Daniel Glover.
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover.
Young Danny Glover.
Wait,
what's the dude's name?
I know.
Childish Gambino.
Childish Gambino. That nigga that for making Atlanta Robin. It's a good. Y'all got to check out that. Robin season.
It is pretty good.
Robin season. Goddamn, I think what we need to do is all get together and just start robbing crackers. I'm sick of this
What I think we need to do is we need to all start a book club. Because here's one thing. Let me tell you something about books. If you see her shaking her behind in the book, that's the book you wanted to be seeing. Okay, it ain't no commercials in books.
Well, TV is for entertainment. Books is for knowledge. That's why I could look
books
at
is for entertainment.
Yeah.
What?
But he's saying you gain knowledge from the reading.
That's a personal choice.
It depends on what you read.
I gain knowledge from Love and
I
Hip
read
Hop.
more nonfiction than fiction.
What's the knowledge you get from Love and Hip
Man,
Hop?
Stevie J, he might be a rat-faced dude, but
I love Stevie J.
Success is success.
See, and that's my thing. I'm not saying I'm not. I'm with Tank. I'm not saying I'm not happy for Stevie J or Jocelyn or Cardi B or anybody. Yeah, I want them niggas to get money. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is for you niggas that's out there that think this real life, I feel bad for y'all niggas because y'all in trouble.
Let me tell you something about these Love and Hip Hop hoes. You take all that makeup and all of that shit, go down the street and talk to Mishika or whatever the ghetto bitch down there that look funny. Yeah, all of them look like, and none no bad.
I disagree with that. I think Rashida's a beautiful woman.
She's average. She's a 6.
You better not lowball Rashida on this show.
What?
You crazy? Rashida a solid 8. A solid 8.
lot.
You crazy.
I give her a 6. That's my view. Because she's average. She's above average. 5 is average.
You see it in the
A 5 is not average.
No.
A 6 is average.
No. Because when you get lower than 5, then you get the ugly.
See.
And 4 is not ugly. Then when you get to the 3s, we gonna have to
going
do
back
this
into
on
this.
Friday.
Yeah, we
Hey,
can't do this
but let me
because
tell
you a
something.
nigga that date too.
Let me talk about
So we
Cosby.
can't do that. No.
Then we got to talk about Cosby before we go out the show. What we got?
We
here.
talked about Cosby last week.
I know, but he just
What
got.
you want to say about Cosby?
He just got.
Another person that is a celebrity
It's a
that has a
celebrity.
heavy influence on our community.
Not no more.
He still do. You ain't
I
ever
don't
post
care.
on Facebook.
Well, let me tell y'all what Felicia
kids ain't
Rashad said. She broke her silence and
Well,
she
she coming
said
for you.
that forget these women.
Sexy ass
What you're
picture.
seeing is a destruction of a legacy, and that's what they doing. They
He destroyed his own legacy. He gave women pills and had sex with them. He
But
raped
who
them.
was these women though? Wasn't they models?
I don't care what
I don't
women
really
it
like
was.
it, but I just want to say one.
All of them
thing.
not white, by the way. The one who testified
Most
against
of
him in court, black. I seen her today.
What if it happened to her?
But for how much money? How much money CNN
Don't say
paid her to
black,
do
like-
that?
How much what?
Money CNN paid her to do that.
Oh, you on the other side. Well, let me
No,
just say this.
I'm
fair.
I'm neutral
Be fair.
because I'm not sure.
You
Because
neutral
I wasn't
against
there.
rape?
Be fair.
No, I'm not neutral
Neutral
against
against Cosby,
rape.
boy, don't
I'm
put
neutral
words in
against
her mouth.
I gotta be specific. I gotta press her.
because I wasn't there. But the thing is, I'm not gonna sit there and treat Bill Cosby like he less than a person because
is.
look at everything what he built.
So he a rapist. I don't care what he built.
Well, hold on. I want to say.
But that's allegedly,
You throwing
and I
out the
feel
baby
like
with the
all
bathwater.
these-
Damn right.
the
If the baby
media.
rapist,
yeah.
The media,
Everything in my
everything, they
bathroom.
have the power to pay women to make
have
these
that power.
allegations and stuff. And I'm not saying, I don't know. I mean, if
if
it's
it
true,
happened one time, it's too many. I don't
But
believe
that
that all the
doesn't-
women telling the truth, but one time is too many.
But
You
that
can't
doesn't-
rape women.
so wait,
what-
did he admit to it?
He did admit to giving women quaaludes and having sex with them. He admitted to that.
But is that what they wanted? Was it a party?
The woman that he admitted to doing it with, she said that's not what she wanted, and she did not expect the quaaludes. That's who she testified in court. Go ahead,
on,
Tank, because you've been trying to make a point for 20 minutes.
No,
Go
hold on,
ahead.
man.
All I'm gonna say is that still doesn't erase. I do not support Bill Cosby's actions with regard to drugging women and forcing himself upon them. I ain't with it. I don't get it. I don't support that.
I don't.
What I do still know has happened was he was a young actor that inspired a lot of people, was active in the community, and I'm not gonna forget all of that because he was a nasty man when he wasn't at work.
No,
A lot of people get nasty when they leave the office.
Cool. I do
I
too.
mean, but we could scream free Rick
meals.
and free all this.
I don't want none of
We
it.
gotta talk about that too.
But
Yeah, I
what
wanna
they
free
did.
none.
So we could
Free
dismiss
Freddie.
what they did to get
Fuck
in jail.
Meek Mill.
No, I want to say
can't
fuck
believe
Meek Mills.
niggas-
He should have
no.
been fucked because he's a part of a system that fucked
Yes,
over
the
niggas.
system fucked over Meek Mills. But here go my thing why I say
Our
fuck
damn
Meek Mills.
president
Meek
is
Mills
like-
knew the
did the same
situation he
thing.
was in.
You don't know the whole. We got to talk about this later. But let me say this on Bill Cosby. Ain't nobody saying this about Bill Cosby all the time. Even if it was
Consensual.
well, say that word for me.
Consensual.
Even if it was that or whatever, he still fucked all these white hoes while he was married to Camille. And
Right.
Do anybody give a fuck about that?
No, they don't care about
Anybody
Camille.
even say
Only thing they care about is a black icon not falling down. We got others. Matt Wright, yes, he did some great things for the community. He had scholarships, all that. We'll still honor that. Fucking different world and all that other stuff. We'll do that or whatever. Boom, that's cool. But him as a person, as a human being, he's a bad person. We
Okay.
are so worried about the legacy of this man falling. It's other
We
legacies
really
can be
not
proud.
worried about it.
You not.
I don't
Get on
I don't-
Facebook. You don't be on Facebook.
I don't be on Facebook, but I really don't feel like people was out there marching for Bill.
They kept, for all the black women that support Bill Cosby, he was cheating on Camille with all these ugly ass white bitches.
Yeah, but they
got
go
something
to-
wrong with black,
but
but
they
most of them
go,
ugly ass white
they
bitches.
go to work with women who husbands dogging them out with
Yeah,
the
but
other
do-
girl at work.
But do they support
People
that? Do women want to be support? Do
But-
women
but
want to
that's what I'm
support
saying.
cheating?
But let's not make our heroes bigger than they are, or celebrities bigger than
I'm
they
not
are.
trying
I
to
feel like
make
that's
a
what
nigga-
we're doing when we saying like, oh, this is. Don't fuck with Bill about this or that.
But that's
no,
not-
I watch it for entertainment. He my Cardi B.
Bill wouldn't like a nigga like me. That's all I know.
Bill hates
He
you.
would not like a nigga.
But you know
like
what?
me. He
It's,
hates a nigga
it's just
me.
like Hannibal Buress, because I was reading an article this week about Bill Cosby and how this shit came to light, and it's crazy because Hannibal Buress. Shout out to Hannibal Buress. Y'all can listen to his podcast. You can come on the podcast, Hannibal. But Hannibal Buress said that, like, in a stand-up joke, because Bill Cosby said he don't like Hannibal Buress stand-up comedy because it was dirty or whatever, yada, yada, yada. And Hannibal Buress was like, yeah, you don't like that I sag my pants and I got dirty comedy, but you rape women. Now, this was something that was already known within the community of comedians for years and years and years and years, but nobody said anything or whatever. So Hannibal said it one time on stage, like, yeah, fuck you, you rape women. You don't like me, but you rape women. So he was saying it in his stand-up. And that's how the whole case and stuff started unraveling.
But
and
how
coming to
many
light.
of us found out about it when it was happening? Who run with Bill Cosby? I don't know nobody was hanging with Bill in the 70s.
I don't remember Bill.
I've never heard such a thing until
But at the
recently.
same time, though, Bill Cosby, Kanye West, all these dudes shouldn't have such an influence over us that's the catalyst of the turning point in everything of our community. Bill Cosby and Kanye West was the two most discussed black things on Facebook and social media this week.
Because they're big stars.
In the meantime,
Because they got big scandals around their name.
In the meantime, it's shit going on, just like how Meek Mill was a victim.
They're not bigger than Stormy Daniels.
Not getting probation, who's still getting 10 years for meaningless violation.
And they don't care about that shit. Or what about the black lady who was like almost terminally ill, and she was making an appearance in court because of the domestic violence thing with her daughter, and the judge berated her and cursed her out and all that. Niggas ain't boasting for that.
It's where your eyeballs is at, because yes, that was bad.
See, I never heard of that.
Right, there you go. It's where your eyeballs at.
And see, that's the thing. We need to get our eyeballs in the right place, because our eyeballs in the wrong place. They need to be in them books, like Matt said. Get your kids' eyeballs in them books. Get your eyeballs in them books. And we need to get educated so we can come together as a people. But, Bruh Nation, you know what I'm saying? We just want to go ahead on and give a shout-out real quick for our guest co-host. You did a good job filling in, Erica. Go ahead and plug your stuff, all 19 of them, before we get off the and do the final thoughts. You go ahead and plug your stuff. Tell the people what you do and what kind of stuff you want them to visit and anything you got going on.
Okay, so I'm the founder of The Nice Period, and what we do, we just started, but what we do is we go around the community and give menstrual, period items, women period items to low income women and students who can't afford it. So go to Instagram to Nice Period and click the link in the bio, donate, support us so we could get these products out there so we could do good for the community.
You want people to follow your art page? You want to shout out your art page real quick?
I do art, Cocajane.
It's real tight. Y'all check it out and y'all shout that out because it help all the people and she blood. So yeah, shout out. But okay, so also remember we stream live, Facebook Live, 6 p.m. every Saturday. This Saturday because Brea graduated. Shout out to Brea. We so proud of your criminal justice getting that degree. And we did it at 3, but next week we'll be back on schedule at 6. And if you want to hit us up, you can just like the page on Facebook and leave a comment or post something on our timeline. One of us will respond to it. And if you want to hit us up on something else or give us some topics for the show that you want us to talk about, Liten Podcast at gmail.com. And you can find Listen on any of your fine podcast outlets. But Matt, we're going to get to it with the final thoughts. Matt, this week, everything, what's your final thought, baby boy?
Believe half of what you hear and less of what you see.
There it is. Okay, Erica, you might not be aware of this, but every week we give out a final thought and just a way, a closing point for everybody so they can remember us by for this episode. So what you want your final thoughts to be?
Let me think about it.
Okay, we'll come back to you. Tank, what you want your final thought to be?
Believe nothing that you hear and half of what you see. I believe. Shit out shit in these streets.
The piggyback of Tank off Matt with the final thoughts is one of the most beautiful things ever. Okay, Erica, go ahead with your final thought. It can be anything. It ain't got to be deep.
Support Cocajane.
That's right. Hold on, we'll let Tank do your final thought for you, Tank.
Niggas need to get their shit together because I'm tired. I'm trying to sell this shit out here. And then the shit ain't cheap, bitches.
The price is $5.
There it is.
All right, $5.
There you go. Erica's final thought is when she's selling something for $5, it's $5, nigga. There's quality you paying for around here or whatever. My final thought is Get your eyes in the right place. Have them in the books, not on these crooks. Matt said it. We all for it. Hey, man, we appreciate everybody out in Bruh Nation listening. Bruh Listen Podcast, episode number 7, coming to a close. As we say every week, all power to the people. Peace.